Alan Gow, after all the hard work that's gone on in the pit lane and the paddock, you're not really getting the weather that you deserve today. It's a bit of a battle out there.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely to be back, but it's not lovely to be back in this weather. You just take what you can get. We've worked so long and hard. The teams have worked so long and hard to get to the first round. We're just happy to be here, regardless of the weather, Steve.
And we've just seen one of the most fantastic qualifying sessions, certainly that last 5 or 6 minutes. That must reassure you about the competitive potential of this season.
Honestly, I didn't need reassurance. What we've got from last year, nothing has changed as far as boost levels or weights in the cars. So all the performance levels we knew were the same as last year. And you've got a whole group of new cars and new drivers in some respects. So I had no doubt that the competitiveness would step up a gear this year.
Behind the scenes, there's been a bit of toing and froing. What's been the commercial atmosphere that these teams have had to work in over the course of the last few months?
Honestly, you probably have to ask the teams that. But I'm really proud of the fact that in the climate that we've got, the economic climate we've got, we've got 11 new cars on the grid, brand new built cars in the off season, which I think is extraordinary. And it's a long time since we've had that level of investment and commitment go into a new season. So that's heartwarming to me, and that absolutely underlines the real investment these teams are making, not in this year, but it's for the future. No one builds new cars for one season. So the amount of investment they've made going forward for the BTCC, particularly as we go into our new hybrid era next year, that's really heartwarming for everyone.
Now, the big question from the fans' point of view, when are they going to be allowed back in? I know it's not in your gift, but how do you see the way forward?
Well, the government tells us, and this government never do U-turns, so they tell us that from Snetterton we can have a crowd of 4,000 people, so that's fine. And they also tell us that from June 21, according to the roadmap, we can have, it'll be unrestricted. So all the signs are positive in that respect. We haven't seen any wavering from that. So we think from, as I said, Snedden, some crowd, and then much more at Brands Hatch onwards. And honestly, we really look forward to it because we've missed them.
Yeah, and you have to assume that when the crowds do come back, it will have to be accompanied by some form of extra protocols, I presume.
I imagine so, Steve, but we do what we're told.
Absolutely. Now, also returning to the championship this season, we got the likes of Gordon Shedden and Jason Plater. What does that tell you about the depth of talent and the kind of star quality that is embedded into this championship?
It tells me they can't get a job anywhere else, really. but no, look, it's great to see. They're both great stalwarts of the championship, great drivers. And we've seen in the qualifying session today how competitive they still are. So, they can stay here for years as far as I'm concerned. It's really great to see them back.
And you include Jason in that, do you?
At times. So I think it's quite a good Jason today, but, there's times.
Yeah. Overall, we've got to get your thoughts. Who are the main contenders in your mind? Where is this title going to end up?
Oh God, I don't know. I'd be surprised if it doesn't end up as a cliffhanger going into the last round as usual. It's way too early for me to try and give any predictions at all, Steve. It's just, there's so many good cars and there's so many drivers in good new cars this year that they haven't had the opportunity to shine with in the last few years, that it's anyone's.
That is the wonderful thing about this championship. Congratulations on all the hard work to get us to this point, and let's hope you all get the season that we deserve.
Thanks, Steve, and thanks everyone for hanging in there.